Katan So I just wanted to build a little bit on pretty much what everyone else has said. That like Rabbi Zahar started off with the Teshuvah aspect. So really, Purim could never have happened without Teshuvah. We really need to focus on that in the story to understand what's happening, because the Jews were they were exiled for the first time since the Beit HaMikdash, since Shlomo HaMelech, since David, since pretty much since Moshe almost took us in and Yoshua took us in. We had this whole honeymoon period after getting the Torah where we were in Eretz Israel, we were fighting our enemies, Hashem was helping, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how much we were in Teshuvah, but eventually the Beit HaMikdash got destroyed. And for the first time, we were without a land, for the first time since being in Egypt. We didn't know what to do. And it seems that most of the Jews decided that they needed to settle down and get comfortable in the exile because they didn't know how long it was going to be. There was this whole prophecy, 70 years, but like it didn't happen according to what they knew. So they got comfortable. And then the king invited them to this feast, and most of them went, sat down, ate, drank, whatever. So it seems that that's something that we need to bear in mind for Purim, because what they were doing is they were just continuing doing what they were already doing. And Hashem sent Haman to remind us that that isn't what we're supposed to do. And if we look at the origins of Purim, we look at Shaul HaMelech when he was supposed to kill the king of the Amalek, Agag, and he didn't do it. Even though Shmuel Hanavi and Samuel told him specifically, kill everyone, man, women, everyone, animals, kill everyone, he didn't do it. And because of that, that's how Haman was born. So we know that was the beginning of Purim, but also I wanted to draw your attention to the last episode of Purim that we've had, as far as I know, which was in the 1940s when we had the Nazis in Shemam. They had the Nuremberg trial, and the last guy to get executed, the last of the 10, he said something about being Purim Fest, and he was the minister of propaganda of the Nazis, and he knew the entire Jewish story. He knew from Purim, he knew from before. He'd studied everything like as much as he could, as much as any Talmid Chacham. And it's known that the 10 Nazis that were executed at Nuremberg were connected to the 10 sons of Haman. So the question is, what does this have in common? What do these things have in common with each other? Shaul not killing the king of Amalek, the Purim story with going to the feast of Achashverosh and everything else we were doing in Persia, in Paras, and to the Nazis. So the only thing I could see that really connects those things is the Teshuvah element, the fact that we need to really not just do the same thing that we've been doing. We don't want to allow our egos to dictate to us what it is that we're supposed to be doing. We need to listen to the Torah, to the prophets, to the word of Hashem. And we need to change what we're doing, because just like in the Purim story and the story with the Holocaust in Europe as well, is that everything can change in just a moment. And really Hashem is making the world that everything will change every moment. He renews the world every day. So all we need to do to facilitate Hashem's plan is to do teshuvah and to be open to new things happening. And like Rabbi Zachariah said about Queen Esther, that we don't really know what's going to happen. We don't know how it is that Hashem's going to use us, or if he will use us at all. Maybe he'll be someone else. But we need to be open to that. And we need to be open to doing teshuvah at any moment and giving Hashem that space to use us.
You said something about